All right, Bill Reiter, our Dean, NBA style. All right, what did we just see?
I mean, a circus. It went from an excruciating end of the game to one of the most exciting finishes you could hope to see. I mean, that was the best of times and the worst of times. Little Charles Dickens meets the Western Conference Finals. What a brutal end of that basketball game. What an incredible finish to that basketball game.
When you say incredible finish, I think we all know what you're talking about. It was close. It was exciting. It was back and forth. It had a little controversy. Everyone just went, what was that? Does that count? Does that not count? Yes, it does. You know, but the final 2 minutes riddled with stoppages, reviews, free timeouts, wait, confusion. The final 2 minutes on the clock took 33 minutes. If you're the NBA, do you feel good about the product? Do you feel great about the product? Or privately, are you saying we got to do something?
I think if you're the NBA, EK, you feel like the Suns. You got a miracle at the end to save the day, but it could have been an utter disaster. Because all's well that ends well, and most people are going to talk about that amazing pass and that play call by Monty Williams and the dunk by Deandre Ayton. But you're right. I mean, and not only, I mean, I didn't know that. It felt like 2 hours, so it makes sense it was 30-plus minutes to get through the final 2 minutes. You also had a flop by Patrick Beverley, which is excruciating. Really close, and I thought poor officiating at the end. You had the missed free throws from Paul George, which is hard to watch. So it went from being a total disaster to a miracle ending. You're right. It was, if it's not for that ending, right, if there's just some blown pass, Ayton goes through his hands, that's a terrible basketball game. But it ended well.
It was a great end. And who's the coach, right? I mean, who's the hero? Is it the coach, Monty, who drew up that last play? Is it Jay Crowder? I mean, can you name a better inbounds pass in the history of the NBA? Is it Ayton, who got up over everybody and dunked this thing? Is it Cameron Payne, who wasn't even part of it, but really was there on a night when they needed him, when Devin Booker was both up and down? Who's the hero tonight?
Yeah, and Devin Booker, right, with maybe a broken nose, an injured nose, set the screen on the play that got Ayton free, I think on Zubats. I was going to say, I was going to be a captive of the moment and say it was Deandre Ayton for a minute, and then I was going to go maybe with Monty Williams. But watching that play again and again, that pass by Jay Crowder was astounding. As you noted, EK, there is no goaltending on an inbounds because it can't be a shot. So the fact he put it right over the rim with 0.8 seconds left, I think all those guys are heroes, but the Hero of the Night award goes to Jay Crowder for what, as you said it, it's the best inbounds play I've certainly ever seen in the NBA. Maybe I'm a captive of the moment, but I've been racking my brain. I can't think of another one. That pass literally won a game in the Western Conference Finals.
Here's the way I'll say it, to give it its due but not be a prisoner of the moment. I'd ask anybody, can you name a better, not as good, can you name a better inbounds pass when you look at what was at stake? I mean, the game wasn't tied in that one. That's win or lose. He puts it right over the cylinder perfectly from a bad angle. I mean, any NFL quarterback would be proud to have been that accurate and that tight a window, and it causes the dunk that ends up putting Phoenix up 2-0. So now Phoenix is up 2-0. All right? To use a phrase that has become something of a playoff phrase, is it Suns in 4, don't grab me and hit me? Or is it, hey, the Clippers were down 0-2 in the first round and came back and won. Down 0-2 in the second round, came back and won. They're down 0-2. They got you exactly where they want you, and they're going back to LA, and it's not a series where the home team loses.
All right, maybe it's because I made this same bold prediction, I think, yesterday here on CBS Sports HQ. Maybe it's because I have a ticket right over there that says Suns are going to win at 18-1. The whole thing with a slightly uncomfortable amount of money. So I'm certainly invested. But I'm going Suns in 4, EK. This was the game. You're the Clippers, right? There's no Chris Paul, and reportedly he's coming back. You literally bloody Devin Booker and drive him from the game for critical moments. And you have the opportunity to win this thing at the end if you're the Clippers, and you still can't get it done. Spirit broken. No more 2-0 comebacks. We don't think there's Kawhi Leonard riding to the rescue. Suns in 4. Phoenix to the finals.
Look at that. I love it. I mean, it's hard to disagree. I felt like this was, you got to steal one and steal momentum and change the narrative. Phoenix is the better team. And all of a sudden you look up with less than a minute to go and the Clippers are ahead and I go, wait, are they going to steal this thing and get out of the desert 1-1 and totally be rejuvenated? And now that they lose the way they lose and they're not as good, and I think you're right, Kawhi Leonard, it doesn't sound like we're going to see him anytime soon. I mean, I don't know, maybe a gentleman's sweep, but I would think that Phoenix right now has got to be pretty good about going back to the finals for the first time since 1993. Bill Reiter.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.